When a woman expresses herself sensually, it is supposed to inspire the masculine. Something happens within a man when he sees a woman expressing herself sensually. But the thing is, it's been way over-sexualized. So this is actually just a natural expression of the feminine. So if it is not over-sexualized, which we're going to talk about in a minute, the man should be inspired to action. He wants to get his, get himself in gear in order to pursue that woman. This is basically the woman actually initiating, and it's really funny because the woman actually in her sensuality is actually expressing her sensuality for herself. And it's just automatic that the man is enticed by this. By automatic, I mean the woman is expressing for herself and then she is attracting without actually having to do anything, the man to her. So I believe this is the natural way and the way nature intended it. But the thing is that the woman has to hold her power. So once she expresses herself sensually, she then has to wait for the man to take action and to continue taking action to pursue her. If they are, say, already in a couple and the woman is expressing herself sensually and is very comfortable in her sensuality, it inspires the man to want to care for and protect this woman, this beautiful, sensual, feminine creature. That's what it does to a man. So this, I believe, is the natural way it should be between the masculine and the feminine. And this creates this beautiful dance between the masculine and the feminine, where the woman with her feminine core can really be in her feminine energy, and the man feels more inspired to be in his masculine energy. And both are enjoying it. So it's great for both sides. This is what I would love to see out there. But the thing that has happened is that society has really distorted this expression of the feminine. We have over-sexualized it. We have shamed it. It's a whole mess out there. Women are afraid to express themselves sensually because they feel that they're giving this message to men that they are ready and available and open for more when they might not be at all. They don't want anything from it. They're just expressing themselves in their natural element. And also, so that's the fear that exists. And it's valid, from the past and what has happened. And then there's also a lot of shame around it. So women are also afraid because they are shamed for expressing their sensuality. Not only by men, actually way more by women. It's like a lot of women are shaming a lot of other women for expressing themselves sensually. And, I can see why that is now, because obviously they're triggered, and because it's been over-sexualized. So sometimes a woman is not in her integrity, maybe when she's expressing herself sensually. But a woman in her integrity who's expressing herself sensually, then, this woman can still be shamed. And no one should be shamed, by the way. We're all at different stages in our level of consciousness and our evolution, and no one should be shamed for their expression. But so this is what's happened in society, and this has caused women to suppress their sensuality. So then they are not enticing and alluring the masculine. The masculine has less reason to want to provide and to want to step up. And also, the other thing that's happened is that women are not holding their power. So women are, maybe even if they are in their sensuality, they're not holding their power. So they're basically, giving their power away to men. And this happens in so many ways. This can be in a relationship, or maybe they're not in a relationship. And no judgment, because I was there and I didn't understand the dynamics between the masculine and the feminine. So I actually tried to lean more into my masculine energy. And this is what's happened to a lot of women as well. And it's similar to the feminist movements that have happened in terms of the workforce, business and stuff. Women have seen men have all the power. So both in the workforce and in sexuality, we have seen men have all the power. So we have tried to take the power back, but instead of leaning into our power and discovering what is feminine power, we tried to take male power. We tried to emanate male power, because that is what is shown to us as we grew up as what power is. And I tried to do this even in terms of sexuality. You know, that's that whole era that came where it was like sexual liberation for women. We felt like, oh, we can, like, if a man can go and do that, we can do that too. But it really does not work for women. So it's all about understanding that dynamic between the feminine and the masculine, and realizing that you can take back your power without stepping into male power, but keeping your feminine power. So what needs to happen in order for that to be possible? Well, on the male side, men need to do more spiritual work, more inner work, so that they can discover what's going on within themselves, and then they won't be so dependent on what's in their pants, and they will be able to contain themselves when they see a woman expressing herself sensually, and they will know that that's just her feminine expression, and she's inviting him to step up, like I said, into action and all of these things. She's not inviting him just to have physical sex. You know, it's so much deeper than that. And on the other hand, they need to, I believe, find out what is their own sensuality. Sensuality is not actually just a woman's thing. It's a feminine thing, yes, but feminine energy is in men and women. So men need to find out what is their own sensuality. They need to tap into their own sensuality in their own way. And this will stop them from being dependent on getting it from women. Because men should not be dependent on women for that either. This is not going to benefit them. When they are able to tap into their own sensuality in their own way, like I said, they won't feel dependent on us, like they just need to get it from us, and then they won't try to suppress our sensuality or our, erotic expression. They won't try to dominate it like they have all these years. Because why would they need to? They can feel it within themselves also. So this is what I believe will bring it back to balance. So to recap, women need to express themselves sensually and tap into their sensuality, literally to their heart's content, fall in love with themselves, and they need to hold their power. That power builds up within you. When I say hold your power, I mean, you need to let your sexual energy build within you. You know, it's not about the physical act of sex. You know, you don't need it, I believe, until you're really in this really solid committed relationship. And on the male side, they need to do more inner work, more spiritual work, so they're able to hold their masculine core stronger and tap into their own feminine energy in their own way and their own sensuality. And this is what I believe will bring things back to balance. And there will be this beautiful dance between the masculine and the feminine, where both sides are invigorated, both sides are whole. You know, we are whole as ourselves. I am masculine and feminine energy, and my masculine counterpart is also masculine and feminine energy. So then when we come together, we can play this dance where I am comfortable in both energies, but I know how to hold my feminine core. And the man is comfortable in both energies, but he knows how to hold his masculine core. And this is magic. When these two sides come together, ooh, so good, you know, it's gonna be so good. So I believe that sensuality is the key. And I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos on sensuality and feminine embodiment and spiritual empowerment, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.